Well, hello, everybody. Hello there. How's everybody doing, man? Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a great fantasy football weekend or whatever. I don't know how many of you got any guys going in this game. We're starting the second half between the Chiefs and the Ravens. But good to see everybody. Like I said, I hope that hope you had a great weekend, everybody. So, what's going on, Agitator, Crimson Shadow, Dire Giants fan? Thank you for joining the stream, guys. Appreciate that. Let's get rid of this guy right away. What's going on, Sunday? How you doing, Crimson Shadow? What's up, Felipe? What's going on, Zach? What's up, Tornado? How you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. Slot King, Chris Tyler, Daniel Brothers. What's going on? Arctic, Avery DiGregorio, Christopher, Jacob Bielkowski. What's going on? Andrew Christopher, hello. Hello there. Tyler, what's going on? Yankees are done. That's pretty much it for them. I'm done with that crap. Like I said, if they make the playoffs, I'll do a playoff stream, but that's done. They're not good. But next year, I'll be doing a lot more Yankee stuff on the channel for sure. John D'Angelo, Christopher Marzocco, Nathan Collins, Lake Nona, Eric Garrison, Irish Rover. What's going on, my man? Kishore K, what's up? Evitz, Marco Polo. What's going on, man? Afghanistan, Jacob Killy. So, obviously the Cowboys win today. Officials definitely helped them out a little bit with some of these calls that were just terrible. I said it early on Twitter. I knew the officiating was going to be a disaster, starting with that pass interference call on fourth down. That was a late flag, and I just said, yep, it's going to be one of those days. Not the officiating's ever good. It's awful. But it's pretty obvious that, it wasn't going to be good. So it sucks. But the Cowboys are a pretty good team, and I don't know. Mike, thanks so much, brother. Appreciate you. Brilly, Mike. My first one of the night goes to Mike Moran, and he says, do you agree with the Yankee fans booing Garrett Cole? I don't think so much it was Garrett Cole. I think it's a culmination of the entire season, to be honest with you. And when you don't perform in New York, you're going to get booed. Don't matter who you are. I'm the same way. I don't care if you're the best or the worst player on the team. You don't do your job, you're going to get booed. But I think that's part of it. I think it's a lot of frustration from the Yankee fans just on the season in general, with good reason. Benjamin, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Really sports. Pervert and his Browns messed up your weekend. Sorry to hear that. I actually hit a parlay today. I was skunked yesterday. Completely skunked. 0 for 4 my parlays in college. Today, though, I did hit a parlay. I had the Texans getting 13, so I covered. I had the Bills giving 3.5. I had the Panthers getting 3.5. And I took the Cowboys getting 3. Now, I did hedge my bet, and I did throw $25 on Los Angeles straight up, hoping Los Angeles won the game by less than 3, because then I would have got paid both ways. But I got completely even. Now, in this game, I have Kansas City minus 3.5 in the over. So the over is looking good right now. But we'll see if I end up ahead. I did end up getting back to even for the weekend, which is good. But hopefully I can end up ahead here. Darren Giants fan, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, my man. Really, let's be honest. Refs love the Cowgirls. Yeah, refs have their favorites. There's no doubt about that, man. It's funny because I see some comments about the Lakers. Lakers very soon, October 6th. October 6th, not too far away. The first game I'm not going to do it. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. The Giants playing the Cowboys that day, so no. But every other preseason game. And I looked at the Lakers schedule. A lot of times they don't match up with the Giants. Like the Lakers play on Halloween. The Giants don't. The Giants play on the 1st. So Mahomes is good. Look at this. That's my boy. He's on my quarterback, or he's on my fantasy team. We'll take that. We'll take that touchdown there, guys, because I need that for my parlay, man. What's going on there? Everybody, appreciate you being here. Dan, thank you, my man. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. Really, our Yanks looked amazing as always. Gary couldn't even put a glove on a pop-up. He better not be the catcher next year. Also, great interview with Pete. I want to work with Pete much more next year. for sure. That has to happen. I want to do a lot more, like I said, a lot more Yankee stuff consistently during Yankee season next year. Obviously, I started doing some in August, and a lot of people seem to enjoy it. So definitely, if you guys haven't checked out the Kadarius Toney video I did today, man, give that a look. Let me know what you think. I put it up at a weird time. It started off really good, but then football started. A lot of people probably missed it. So just check it out if you get a chance. That'd be awesome. And appreciate you guys, girls, being here. So, talk about the Giants, man. I guess you could look at it one of two ways, right? It sucks that we're the only team in this division without a win. But at the same time, there's a lot of just stupid spamming going on tonight. And I'm not having it. So, the Giants are only one game back. I guess that's the best way to look at it. They could have been one game back with the Cowboys. The Cowboys could have been 0-2 as well. So that would have been nice. But, it is what it is. Anthony, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Really, really. I know we lost. Doesn't matter. Danny playing amazing. What are your thoughts on his performance? So I'm going to do a video on that tomorrow. Anthony, I will talk about Daniel Jones's performance. I thought he played great, but I will definitely talk about that more. Definitely talk about that more tomorrow in the video. I will go over Daniel Jones's performance and what I think it means for the Giants. So appreciate that. Corey, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, my man. Really, really. If KG can be Hakeem Nicks, oh, God, yeah. I mean, if Galladay can be as good as Hakeem Nicks, I'd be thrilled because Nicks was a big part of what we did here with the Giants, So, obviously, if he could be that good, we would take it. Galladay's got to get more involved, So Galladay's got to get more involved in the offense. He obviously voices frustrations. I don't know what the deal is with Kadarius Toney. That's why I did the video today. I don't know why he's not playing or whatever, but, it is what it is, man. I don't know. Benjamin, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, my man. Really, brother. Let's be honest, Bad Dog. The reason Dom ain't here is he and Max had a hell of a weekend. Each other's goals. Swap it. Dominic's the man. I actually mentioned that. I actually asked Max in Uncle Lou's Patreon stream last night why he was streaming tennis. He said he hadn't streamed tennis in a while. I was like, I just saw you stream it yesterday. Independent outside. Thank you, brother. Really, really. Giants play best with a chip on their shoulder. Go Giants. This is the problem with the Giants. And Dan, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Really, really. Kyler single-handedly helped me win. I love Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's my guy. I've been touting Kyler Murray since his, I knew the Giants. I knew the Giants couldn't get him. I was saying the Giants need to trade up and get Kyler. I freaking love Kyler. David the Marine veteran, Afghanistan. What's going on, guys? Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. But it is what it is. Prison Mike, my man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Really, really. Eagle fans real quiet today. Grandma for the season. Yeah, so I wanted to mention that today. I'm just waiting. The internet's funny, man. It's not just the internet. It's everyday life. People just really aren't smart. I mean, they can't. People have a hard time comprehending things. They really do. They just don't comprehend. There's something wrong with people's minds today. I don't know what it is. Like they can't drive a car. They can't figure anything out. So I'm just waiting for someone to go, oh, what about Hurts? They said he had the it factor. And he does. Don't mean you're going to be a good quarterback. Said it right in the video. Jesus, look at this. Look at Lamar Jackson taking off and running. Over's looking good in this game. I can tell you that. So I guess you ain't talking about the Yankees. Well, I mean, yeah, the Yankees are done. Herman Alvaro, they're done. They still control their own destiny. I mean, they got 3 against the Sox, 3 against the Jays. But the way they're playing right now, they don't really have much of a chance. Did I see Philip? No, I didn't watch it YouTube today at all. I think I commented on Aaron Boone or something on the Yankees post game, and that's about it. I didn't watch any YouTube today. I just relaxed and I sat back, watched football today, hung out with my little bad dog, and that was about it. I didn't do much today. It was nice. Nice day. Am I more upset that the Cowboys won or more happy the Eagles? I'm more happy the Eagles lost. I mean, listen, the Cowboys – listen, when I was on Louis T's stream, I picked the Cowboys to win 10 games. The Cowboys are not a bad team. The Cowboys defense is questionable, but their offense is not questionable. And I thought the Cowboys defense actually did a damn good job today. Now, yeah, the intentional grounding call, it wasn't an intentional grounding. They called the sack. Blew the whistle a little quickly there. And, the Chargers had a couple things taken back. But the Cowboys defense did a really good job today. And, you got to tip your cap to them. But I think the Cowboys are going to be a pretty formidable team. I didn't pick them to be bad. I didn't think the Eagles would be good. I thought we would be better. Obviously, I thought we'd get off to a better start than we have. That's for sure. But we didn't. Win's a win. Doesn't matter how you get it. And a loss is a loss. It doesn't matter how you get it. So, Sonny, nobody really impresses me in this division. But I do think that the Cowboys are probably if I had to pick, I think the Cowboys are the best after the first 2 weeks. Now, I know that they lost to Tampa, but they played Tampa really close. And, I think that they would, they'd have to have the nod. Looking at the NFC East teams the first 2 weeks, I would have to say the Cowboys are the best. I think they've performed the best the first 2 weeks out of everybody. What does that mean going forward? Nothing. But I think through the first 2 weeks, they've been the best. 4, 6, 5. Yeah, Dan, we have to take care of business. We should not be losing series to the Indians at home. We should not be unable to sweep the Orioles. We should not lose 8 games to the Orioles during the season. And we certainly better be able to beat the damn Rangers. Wow, the trickeration works. No, it wasn't trickeration. That's the Hollywood. My over looks good. Hollywood Brown, Boomer Sooner, man. They're all over the place. What's my opinion on the Rams? Rams are good, man. Rams are freaking good. That's a good team. Los Angeles is a good team. Ron, yeah, I do not like not the prevent, but the soft zone. I don't like it at all. Ace, what's going on, man? How you doing? The Rams are good. I hate the soft zone, Dire Giants fan. I hate it. I don't like the Yankees are not looking good, man. Dre J, the difference is the 2007 Giants had pass rushers. They played a 4-3 and they had pass rushers. They had Justin Tuck, they had Osi Umenyiora, they had Michael Strahan, they had Matthias Kiwanuka, they had a solid secondary. That was different. That team was different. There is no Michael Strahan on this team. There is no Justin Tuck. There is no Osi Umenyiora. You can hang your hat on that and go, man, we started off really bad in 2007, but that was 14 years ago, and it is what it is, so it doesn't really matter. Giants need someone like the Giants do need a Bosa for sure. So I don't know. How am I feeling about Oklahoma? Dylan, I think Oklahoma will be fine. Oklahoma starts off poorly every year. They lost 2 of their first 3 games last year, or 2 of their first 4, I forget, but it was not good. And they always struggle at the beginning. They'll get hot. I'm not worried about Oklahoma at all. It's weird that the defense has been the part of Oklahoma that's picked it up, but, Garrett and Judge gone by the end of the season. No. Garrett maybe, Judge no. It wouldn't do the Giants any good to get rid of him, man. What's going on, Dominic? What's going on, Scott? How you guys doing? Give me your food. What's going on? Thank you, Luke. Appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed that with Pete. I want to do more. I want to work with him again. Like I said, next year I'd like to, work with more Yankee content creators for sure. Chris, what's going on, man? Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Brilly. Nice to see a running game back. Line looked good. Yeah, they were able to run the ball pretty effectively. No doubt about that. So we shall see. But the Cowboys had a good game today. They had a good game for sure. We got a legitimate offense. I'm not ready to say that after 2 games. Our offense was atrocious against Denver. Definitely getting Daniel Jones using his legs as a weapon was important in that game. It certainly helped, and I would like to see them do more of that going forward. Now, the offense better be able to be consistently putting it in the end zone against Atlanta, because as good as our offense was against Washington, had to settle for 5 field goals, man. That's not how you win games. Not how you win games. You gotta score touchdowns. Got to. What's going on, Alex? What's going on, guys? Philly 500 said Hurts said Philly 500 smokes crack. I don't know what else to say. Jalen Hurts had a terrible game today. Outside of the 91-yard pass to Quez Watkins, his stats were terrible. Of course, he got some garbage ones at the end of the game, but come on, man. Watch the game. He struggled all day. Just stop. Daniel Jones had a good. I don't know what to do with Eagle fans, man. I just don't know what to do. They're just. I can't even tell if they're serious or they're not serious. I can't even tell. Some of them are so uneducated when it comes to football. It's unbelievable that you could actually consider yourself a football channel when you say some of the things you do. It's crazy. I don't get it at all. Benjamin, my man, thank you so much. Appreciate you, Brilly. He says, Dom ain't a member anymore. What a cheapskate he is. And knowing he works at Allegiant Stadium, he should be making bank. Damn, how do you work at a place and not know what it's called? Shake my head. Why on Dominic all of a sudden, my man? Lighting Dominic up. I didn't even notice that he wasn't a member anymore. What's going on, Robert, my man? How you doing, buddy? We better be able to beat the Falcons. You know, better be able to beat the Falcons. Would I love if the Giants moved to New York from MetLife and built? Nah, I don't think it matters. They will never do that. It's taxes. Can you name one? I think Ojulari's made an impact steady. I think Ojulari's had a couple of good. He got to learn to stay away from the quarterback's head, but I think that Ojulari's had a pretty good beginning. But that was part of my whole thing about, Mike Lombardi when I did that video about him ripping Judge and Gettleman. I said, is there anybody that you look at and go, this guy's going to be a Giant for the rest of his career? This guy makes an impact. And you know what everybody told me was Dexter Lawrence. Yeah, he made an impact, all right. He made an impact. Wasn't good. Raiders looking surprisingly good. They were my sleeper in the AFC. Been saying that all offseason. They're my sleeper. Carr's pretty good. Zach Wilson got indoctrinated into a Bill Belichick defense today. It happens. I can't stand the soft zone, Dylan. It's useful on third down and long or near the goal line or whatever. Mahomes reaches out. I don't think he got that. There's a flag on the play. Dexter Lawrence, don't become Leon Lett, indeed. I'm not ready to start thinking of the draft yet. We're one game out of first place. Play against a Falcons team that we should be able to beat. I'm not going to worry about that. What's going on, Taylor? She says, better than watching all these documentaries, ranking stadiums and arenas, and Yankee Stadium is awesome. That and Red Sox are my favorite. Look, yeah, the old Yankee Stadium was great, Taylor. I hate the new one. It's not a home field advantage the way it used to be for the Yankees. It's got a lot of tourists and a lot of non-fans that go to visit it. They priced the real fans out at the new Yankee Stadium. It's a big reason the Yankees have only won one World Series since they moved into it. It was the first year that they were there. They haven't come close. Well, I guess they came close in 2017 to getting there, but they haven't. Mahomes launches a rainbow, got a guy, and he wasn't looking for it. So, but yeah, Fenway's great. I hate the Red Sox, but Fenway's a really cool park. But the Yankee Stadium, it's just not what it used to be. Cortez, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Really, my good man, starting to think our coaches get themselves fired. It's early, but the Giants just don't. I don't know, man. They don't know how to win. They don't know how to win. Ref screw the Chargers. It usually happens, Johnny. We know how the Cowboys get them calls. Although they didn't get it against Green Bay a few years ago. That's for sure. Years ago when Des Bryant caught the pass and they said he didn't. Look at Travis Kelce. Jesus. How come we don't? Look at this, Travis Kelce. Oh, my God. What a run by Travis Kelce. Are you serious right now? That big man just lumbered like 50 yards, broke about 5 tackles. Damn, he's good, man. That guy. Why don't we have a damn guy like Travis Kelce? Caught this ball at the 43 and made everybody miss. 1 broken tackle. Gets down here, 2 broken tackles, 3 broken tackles. Right there, 4 broken tackles, 5. Benjamin, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Brilly. If you check out Max's IG, he only posts about men. Oh, man. Alejandro, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you, buddy. Brilly, which is what that guy's doing in the super sticker. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that very much. The guys and girls are amazing, and I don't say it. I know I say it all the time, but seriously, man, I'm very grateful and fortunate. I have such great subscribers and supporters on this channel, man. The Giants have been bad for so long, and like I said, on Talking Giants, man, people could be like, "Ah, to hell with this team," and I know we say that, but we're always back. I appreciate it. I can't say that enough. I never thought my channel would be where it is. I mean, we're closing in on 75,000 subscribers, which is crazy. And hopefully when the Lakers get here, we start to pick up more and it grows faster and we can get to that elusive, that big number. That'd be awesome, man. Travis, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really. Nick Gates posted a video of him walking already. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. His teammates didn't know how to block, but he broke a lot of tackles there. Well, yes, this is true, J Moda. We do not know how to draft. Daniel Jones does have talent, Felix. That's why I'm so critical of him. Because I just know what he can do. So thank you, Patriot Tex. Appreciate that, buddy. Ingram runs too fast. He needs to take it down a notch. Like Kelsey's too big and gets hurt every time. Galen, he needs to learn how to catch the ball before he runs. That's the big thing about that, man. Benjamin, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really. Check the IG chat after the stream. I got proof. I will do that. That's right, Ron. Good, bad, the ugly. We here for the Giants. We bleed blue, baby. We bleed blue. Don't worry about Giants lost. They did. Jags, UCF Jaguar. I mean, you know how it is, man. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Cheers to you, my man. Yeah, maybe the Giants and Jags would pick a 1-2 in the draft. Trevor Lawrence will be fine. I know he's throwing a lot of picks, but he's a rookie. He's a rookie. He lost ATN at the beginning of the year. The Jags are not a good team going into it. Urban Meyer is a train wreck. Urban Meyer will not be there next year. UCF Jaguar. Mark my words. Urban Meyer is going to tuck tail and run if he even makes it through the season. There's already rumors about him talking about the USC job, okay? Urban Meyer is a joke. Anytime things get tough, he tucks tails and runs. He's a clown. So just don't expect Urban Meyer to be back there next year, and you'll be fine. It was a terrible hire for you guys. That was not a good hire, but you're going to have a different coach next year. Offense like a millstone around DJ's neck. I thought that he did a better job in this game, but there's obviously still a lot left to be desired for the Giants offense. Why do I think Judge's job is safe? Because they're not going to fire him in the middle of the year. That's not going to help the Giants at all. I wouldn't help him at all to fire him in the middle of the year. If he's going to get fired, they'll do it at the end of the year. Oh, I'm always happy when the Eagles lose. But you see, I'm not saying anything to him. My team's 0-2. I'm not saying, of course I'm happy that they lost. And I don't think they're a very good team, but I'm not saying anything. I'm not them, man. You know, I'm not that concerned. I'm concerned about my own team. Yeah, I like to talk a little trash, but I'm not going to sit here and make reaction videos to them losing and all this other garbage. You know, I like to come up with, I don't like to use other people's content as my own content. You know, when I put stuff in my videos, I like it to be me. And I may put my own reaction up there, but you don't see me taking other people, like clips of their videos and throwing them on my channel. Right? That's kind of like stealing people's material. Now, I don't do that. I like to come up with my own stuff. I need to take somebody's reaction and throw it on my channel. To me, that's garbage content. I don't ever tell anybody how to run their channel because it's none of my business. You do what you want. But I have a hard time respecting people that take like my reactions and put them on their channel. For what? Because people won't watch you. So you throw me on the channel or you throw Chris on the channel or you take Cop Pizzle and you put him on it because why? Jared Giants fan, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Really, Afghanistan. If we go several weeks and fail to incorporate Tony into this offense, I'll be furious. Not only we got pissed Tony isn't doing anything to us, but we didn't take a lineman in the first. I think that's what he was saying. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. The Kadarius Toney thing is, like I said, if you didn't watch my Kadarius Toney video today, check it out because I'll talk about that real quick. Peter, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. North of the border. Brilly. Zach Wilson, so terrible. Glad I bet Jets under 6 wins. Yeah, I didn't think the Jets would be very good this year. This is the thing with Kadarius Toney. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why he's not seeing playing time. I don't care if he doesn't know the play. Does he not know the playbook? What is going on? Like, give us some transparency. The one thing that I can't stand about the freaking Giants over the last few years is they give us nothing. They don't tell us anything. Oh, we got to look at the tape. We got to do better. Like, I get sick and tired of we got to do better. Like, Joe Judge comes out, we got to do a better job. No shit. Really? I couldn't figure that out. You're 6-12 as a head coach. I couldn't figure out that you got to do better. None of the fans can figure that out without you telling us. Why don't you tell us why Kadarius Toney ain't playing? You know? Why don't you tell us stuff like that? Why don't you tell us why the defense has been so shoddy over the first 2 games? Tell us that stuff. Larry, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really. Order 66 on the Falcons candy asses. Zeros are paid off by Jerry Jones. Eagles are a bunch of rat praise. Woo! Okay, bye. Peace out. Larry, I appreciate it, buddy. And you pretty much said everything you needed to say right there. I like that. I just don't understand the Kadarius Toney thing. It's hard to figure out why you would take a wide receiver position and sit the guy. Like, I don't understand. Lamar Jackson just took a shot. Cortez, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Really. You draft the wide receiver in the first round to be number 1. I'm confused. And you're not alone. Gator hater. How can I be the man when you're the man? You're not alone. It doesn't make sense. Why are we taking Kadarius Toney? Do I think Judge is wrong, coach of their team? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I've never once said he's not the right guy. What I've said about Joe Judge is when you fail in New York, you're going to have to start taking accountability. These fans and the media will turn on you fast. Look at McAdoo. McAdoo took us to the playoffs in 2016, won 11 games. Gone next year. Fired. Next season. Didn't even make it through the season. This is after winning 11 games and going to the playoffs in 2016. He didn't get out of 2017. Now, benching Eli Manning sealed his fate, but he was not going to make it regardless. Joe Judge was 6-10. There's no guarantee he gets out of this year, but I'm not going to say that he's not the right guy. What I was saying is that style, players are going to become sick and tired of it if they're not winning. That's not going to work if you're losing. they're gonna start to turn them. They're gonna start to turn their back on him. He is gonna lose the locker room. They are gonna disrespect him. You know. So, Christopher, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Really. Seems like it'll be a mistake not drafting Slater or Parsons. I don't think I wanted Micah Parsons, but I don't think that would have been the correct pick. I still thought Rashawn Slater should have been the guy that we took. I was incredibly happy that they traded back with the Bears and got all of that capital. I was very happy. Now, it sucks that the Bears won a game today, and it had nothing to do with Justin Fields or their offense. It had everything to do with Joe Burrow throwing 3 interceptions down inside the 20, and the Bears still couldn't punch it in. So the Bears are not a good team. I don't know what Justin Fields is going to be, but we'll see. Because obviously everything will be looked at there because the Giants had a chance at Justin Fields. If Justin Fields is a really good quarterback, everybody's really going to be pissed off that we traded back for Kadarius Toney. I still didn't understand the Kadarius Toney pick. I understood the trade, I guess, for the first-round pick, but I didn't understand the Kadarius Toney pick. I don't know what that was about. But they have only Dallas lost today, Nello. Yeah, but they did. I mean, listen, Dallas can be a good team. Like I said, I took them to win today. My parlay, but they're pretty good. You know, we should have drafted Rashawn Slater. I agree. Shermer held on to the ball. Shermer doesn't get to choose if he's going to fire Betcher or not. You know, that comes from upstairs. You know, so it is what it is. There you go. Bears are better than the Giants Hatter. I suggest you get an education, sir. Bears are better than the Giants Hatter. They may be. It don't make them good. What is wrong with people? The internet makes people stupid. It just does. The internet ruins people. Social media ruins people. Like they can't. I don't know what it is. And I think that's why I get so frustrated because I'm intelligent. I'm an intelligent guy. I have a high IQ. I have a good job. Like I can add, I can subtract, I can read, I can spell. I'm not a genius, but my God, I can get through a day knowing which door to go in and out of, knowing the difference between pushing and pulling, and knowing how to spell hater. Or how to spell lose. Jesus. How? What happened? What happened to people? What happened to the human race? What happened to it? Can I divide? Absolutely. I'm fantastic at converting fractions to decimals. I'm great at converting fractions to percentages. Of course, decimals are percentages, but I'm great at all that. You know why? It's sports. It's why I'm into sports. Sports is all numbers. I love numbers. Yes. Basic multiplication, basic, what do I try to say? Basic operations. I'm fantastic at them. My wife calls me the human calculator. Cortez, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Really. Our D-line has downgraded. We have to rebuild it. We're missing Dalvin Tomlinson big time, ain't we? We're missing Dalvin Tomlinson big time. You're right. We're not funny. The second T is clearly silent. That's a great comment. Simon, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Really, CBA dog. That's why I love you. I put everybody. Yes, that's part of my charm is putting people in place. Where'd that one comment go? I appreciate it, Simon. Thank you. Here you go. The second T in Hatter is clearly silent. That's a good one. That's a good comment. Bill, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate you, brother. Really. By the way, Pumpkin Sam Adams. My wife picked this up for me today. I only brought one down here, and now I'm wishing I brought two down here. But this stuff is good. This stuff is good. I got to stop drinking beer, man. I gotta get out of shape. I got to stop that. But, Bill, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. He says, Slayton has to catch a touchdown. I'm so sick of him dropping balls, and Lawrence can't be offsides on a game-winning field goal. I was so pissed Thursday. You're not alone, Bill. If you watched my post-game video, I almost blew a vein in my head. So bad the way they lost that game. And, I want to say this too. And again, I'll mention this in the Daniel Jones video that I'm doing tomorrow, but I love people saying Daniel Jones overthrew that ball. There's some people that, me, man, I am fair when it comes to Daniel Jones. I will give him credit when he deserves it. I will give him criticism when he deserves it. The ball was not overthrown. And if it was overthrown, it's by inches. And 90% of NFL receivers come up with that catch. And if nothing else, why don't you dive for it? If it's out of your reach a little bit, why don't you dive for it? Giants play the Falcons next week. Outlooking. Final prediction for Atlanta and the Giants. We better win. I think we can win. I think that the Giants can win that game for sure. I think that the Giants can get 30 points. I don't believe in the Falcons defense at all. Dre, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you really, really. Cowboys taking the division this year. If you were here earlier, I mean, it doesn't mean anything through the first 2 weeks, but I think you're the best team in the division through the first 2 weeks. I think you're the best team in the division the first 2 weeks. Doesn't mean anything week 15 right now, but there you go. He definitely overthrew that ball in all caps. Like it was overthrown by 3 yards. Like he completely missed him. That ball was very catchable. Extremely catchable. Same people are saying he overthrew Evan Ingram in Philadelphia. It's the same exact ball. It's not overthrown. And if it is, it's by the smallest of margins. Pat Mahomes just threw an interception. How about that? It looks to be a little shaken up. Independent outsider, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really, really. DJ Balls only against Washington football team and the Bucks. It's weird. Well, he played terrible against the Bucks last year, though. He had a terrible game against the Bucks last year. A game that prompted me to come out with a "you suck" Daniel Jones. So mad at the way he played because we could have beat Tampa last year. So if it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it. Exactly. Here we go again. This is another one. Here you go. Bad Dog is talking all shit about Washington. We beat you with our defense playing worse than yours. Imagine when they go back to their last season form. Look out. No idea what a hype and hate video is. But I'm glad that I got on your feelings. I'm glad that I pissed you off. I'm glad. That's what those videos are for. I'm glad. Never talk shit about the hype and hate video. You're supposed to talk shit. Maybe you'll figure that out someday. Probably not. I'm guessing not. Some people just not smart. They're just not smart. Not. I know some people get through a day. These people that troll, like I had a guy, no lie, comment on the Kadarius Toney video, said, "How many of you guys are going to talk about this? What a waste," or something. And I'm thinking to myself, why do you even go to the video? If you don't like the topic, why do you even click on the video? These type of people live with their mother until they're 35. No girlfriend, no job, no nothing. These are the people that live with their mom forever. They don't accomplish anything because they're so focused on other people. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. No, that was the first time. That was the first time that they beat Daniel Jones, and they needed help. They needed a lot of help. They needed a lot of help to beat Daniel Jones. Yuri, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really, really. AB would have caught that ball. AB, Odell Beckham, Hakeem Nicks, Victor Cruz, Sterling Shepard, you name it. DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, Rondale Moore, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Jalen Smith, you name it. Most receivers catch that ball in the NFL. Most of them do. Simon, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Really, really. Washington fans win one game. You have to get up. It is what it is. Can't worry about them. I just think it's funny. You know, I just think it's funny. Eagle fans come in here and talk shit all the time. I'm not saying nothing to them, but oh God, you're stupid. You're talking shit about Giants. So I said, no, football's football, man. It is what it is. Just like I had a guy on the Talking Giants show. He commented. He said, "Look at these two idiots pivot. If you don't pivot off your opinion in sports, you're an idiot, man." Everybody pivots. It's sports. The pulse of sports changes on a regular basis. So if you sit there and say the Eagles are going 13-4 and they go 4-13, what are you going to do? You're going to sit there and still talk about how good of a team they were? Of course you're not. Christopher, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really. Problem with the Giants right now is if Jones has one turnover, we lose the game. That's a sign of a very bad team. Well, we can't afford. We're not that talented. We're not talented enough to make mistakes. Christopher, we make so many mistakes. It's not just one mistake. We make so many mistakes week in and week out, and we're not good enough to overcome that stuff. We're not Kansas City. We're not. I'm trying to think of another really good team. We're not Tampa Bay. We can't overcome stuff like that. We're not even Arizona. Arizona might have got a little lucky today. Minnesota missed a field goal, but they're very talented. We're not the Rams. Easy Lopez, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really, my man. You missing Zeitler or Dalvin more? Dalvin. I think Dalvin made Leonard Williams a lot better than he is. I think Dalvin had a lot more to do with Leonard Williams' successful season than a lot of people think. T-Brand, thank you so much for the $2. Boom! Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. I don't know what happened to your message. What's going on, Nicholas? What's going on? The Jets still a team? They're a team. They're not a very good one. Simon, he didn't even need to die. He should have laid out. You got to help your quarterback out. You got to make plays. People can say Daniel Jones overthrew. I don't care if they say overthrew it. Lay out for the ball. If Darius Slayton laid full out for that ball and he dove and it hit him in the fingertips like that, then you could say it was overthrown. But the fact that it hit a lot of his hand, it's not like it missed his hands. It hit him in the hands. Lay out for the ball. Don't you want to win? You can't give max effort. How do you not dive for that? How do you not dive? Leave your feet. Make a play, man. Make a play. It's ridiculous. Independent Outsider, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really, my good man. If you could replace one player on this Giants team, realistically and affordably, who would it be? Impossible replacements. I mean, that's tough to say because I don't know. I can't think of people right off the top of my head, but the hindsight being 2020, and I was a guy that wanted to pay Leonard Williams. I wouldn't have paid Leonard Williams. I wouldn't have paid Leonard Williams. That's a guy that I would like to replace with somebody cheaper. It costs a lot of money. So. The other thing is with the Kadarius Toney thing, I don't understand why you spend $72 million on Kenny Golladay and then you draft Kadarius Toney. It's just weird. Lamar Jackson just got a touchdown. I'm glad I took the over in this game. I don't care what ESPN said. Care what ESPN said. ESPN's a joke. Anybody that knows anything about sports knows ESPN's a joke. So if you're quoting ESPN, you don't know anything about sports. That's a fact. That is a fact. If you're quoting ESPN and talking about they say Heineke's better than Jones, you know nothing about foot. You don't know anything about the sport. You don't know anything about the sports industry either. At all. Zuhaib, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really. You think Toney has the talent to be a better slot than Shep? Honestly, I think Shepard was a better college player than Kadarius Toney. I mean, and to be honest with you, Zuhaib, I don't know. I don't know what Kadarius Toney is at this level. None of us know. We haven't seen him have the opportunity at all. Shit. Now I'm down because Kansas City's a 3.5-point favorite. Oh, there's a flag. Yeah, take that back. So I don't know. I don't really know if he has the talent to be better than Shep. I don't know what he is. It's tough. That's a tough call because I don't know what it is. Jay Motor, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really, really biggest problem is we have become chronic losers. Winning teams that make the slate and Ingram catches look routine. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. We find ways to lose. And that is the culture here. The culture is losing. These guys, when you're as bad as the Giants have been, and I believe they're 18-48 since the boat trip, right? Because that's all over the place. Their record since the boat trip. I think they're 18-48. So they're 30 games under 500 in 4 seasons, which is absolutely terrible. And when you start to get that, you wait for bad things to happen. You wait for bad things to happen. You are waiting for ways to lose. When you're a winning football team, you're sitting there going, how are we going to win this game? And you have the utmost confidence that you're going to come back and win. I've said this before. Even when Eli Manning had bad games, you always had a feeling he was going to bring us back and win. You always had, at the beginning of his career, at the end of the career, we were bad. At the end of his career, we were a bad team. But you always felt like if Eli had a shot, we were going to win. And we usually did because we were a good team. And good teams seem to get good breaks, and bad teams seem to get bad breaks. Well, that was weird. Dyer Giants fan, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. So I was looking at the game. Brilly, thank you so much. Do you trust DJ in 2 minutes to drive down the field and win the game? With drops in his coaching staff, it's hard to get a fair assessment. Well, outside of the Tampa game, he hasn't done it. Now, he had a chance a couple of times and his receivers let him down, but it is what it is, man. I can't trust him yet. I don't know. Unfortunately, he hasn't had many opportunities because we're always so far behind. I just wish the Giants got to find a way to win. When they were going through their good stretch last year, when they won 5 out of their last 8 games, they found ways to win. You know, when they had that stretch where I think they won 4 or 5, they weren't winning pretty, but they were winning. And they were finding ways to get it done. And that was what was impressive. And that's what made you believe as a Giants fan, hey, we were beat up last year. No Saquon Barkley, no Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones was hurt. We had a lot of injuries at this team, and they still found ways to win. So you're thinking going forward with an offseason and all these additions that, hey, we're going to be freaking good. Hasn't translated yet. Sports Live in the ATL. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Brilly. He says, battle of the 0-2 teams, Falcons and Giants. Check your Twitter DMs. Go Falcons. I definitely will. Definitely will. Check that when I get a chance. Yeah. 0-2 teams. A couple of bad teams, David. That's what we got. A couple of bad teams that play no defense. Good bet next week. Falcons Giants is taking the over. That's good. Refs brought to you by Vegas. That's right, Christopher Hidalgo. Christopher Spires, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. Really, man. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys and girls, I always say you're way too good to me, man. I really appreciate it. I can never say it enough how much I appreciate you, so thank you. Problem with the Giants today, should hire someone that's not from the Giants when they look for a GM, so change how the Giants are run from top to bottom and not keep it the same. Well, they kind of did that, though, right? They went with Joe Judge. He was not a Giant. They thought outside the box with that. Jason Garrett certainly wasn't a Giant. Dave Gettleman came from Carolina, so they kind of did do that. Now, if you're talking about going forward, we'll see what they do. But we got to get through this season. I'm not ready to fire anybody yet, but hopefully we ain't got to talk about that. I'm just so sick of losing, man. I'm so sick of losing. I'm so sick of talking about losing and why we lose and how we lose. And, all this other stuff. Our Giants fan, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, Brilly. I think that was a finish of what he said last time because he doesn't trust DJ, is what he's saying. He does not trust DJ. Out of all players in Giants history, who's my favorite? Lawrence Taylor is my favorite, without a doubt. Every day I'm fumbling. Thank you so much, Brilly. I really appreciate it. DJ looked like a completely different quarterback on Thursday. He plays very well against Washington. Hopefully he builds on it. Atlanta does not have a very good defense. The Giants have got to figure out a way to win that game. They have to beat Atlanta. They're retiring Eli Manning's number. They have got to win that game. Sniper Gang, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Brilly. Is Galladay Danny's type of wide receiver? Starting to think he's not a Diggs or Devontae Smith would have been better. Well, they didn't get a chance to get Stephon Diggs. And they definitely didn't get a chance to get Devontae Smith because the Eagles jumped up there and grabbed it. So, I don't really know. I don't know if we could say is Galladay is Danny type wide receiver because remember, Galladay was hurt in the preseason, so they really didn't get a chance to get a chemistry to work on their rapport. That's right, David. That's what I'm saying. The Lakers October 6th, man. We'll be back. Laker basketball is coming back soon. The Laker dog is right around the corner. With a lot of new faith. I was talking to Chris after the stream yesterday, David, or Friday. The Lakers only have 4 guys returning from last year. 4. The rest of them are all new. You got LeBron, you got Anthony Davis. Devontae Kaycock's not there anymore. Wesley Matthews. And I forgot who the other guys. They only got 4 guys returning. They replaced 8 guys in the roster. Tommy, man, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Really thoughts on how Saquon looked on Thursday. I thought he looked better than he did opening day. I think that he is getting close to getting 100%. I think that the 10 days off should definitely help him. I think the long rest should help Barkley get healthy, and I think that he has a good chance to do something against Atlanta because, again, their defense is definitely not the best we're going to face this year. And THT, thank you, my guest, THT. So, yeah, they only got 4 guys left. Yeah. Another Cowboy troll that wouldn't be in here if they lost, and a Cowboy fan that's fair weather as hell and never saw their team win a Super Bowl. There you go. Guaranteed, Cameron Cabin never saw his team win a Super Bowl. And I guarantee you this, too. Never been to a Dallas football game. Never. Never been to the stadium. Never saw him win a Super Bowl. Guaranteed. Cortez Smith, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Really. Only reason why I'm not mad about Thursday is because the offense gave me hope. Graham needs to get his shit together. Expect soft zone against Chiefs. Soft zone against the Chiefs is fine. That's fine. That's fine. They should play soft zone against Chiefs. You don't want to get killed. That's a different story. But playing soft zone against Taylor Heineke, wow, that was a hell of a play right there. Dan, thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother. Brilly. Who's my favorite? Who's my top 5 to 10 current favorite Yankees? Probably don't have any. Most of them piss me off. If I had to choose, I can tell you a couple. Brett Gardner's up there. Aaron Judge. DJ LeMahieu. That's about it. Stanton. I kind of got on board with Stanton this year, but that's about it. I don't really think I have favorite Yankees. There's nobody to like. There's nobody to like on the Yankees. They're trash. So it is what it is. Yeah, that's what it is, Galen. He is. He acts like it's a Chiefs game. Galen, what's going on, man? Marshall Faulk or LaDainian Tomlinson? I would take LaDainian Tomlinson by a small margin there. I don't think Graham knows how to make adjustments. I'm surprised he didn't, because last year the Giants made a lot of adjustments in the second half. So I was surprised that they didn't. The biggest thing to me in that game against Washington was the 2-play 75-yard touchdown drive. They just gave it up like it was nothing. The Giants did all that work to go up by 6, and in a blink of an eye, they gave it right back. To me, that was the biggest disappointment in that entire game, was that drive. Washington didn't even need to earn that. They gave that to him. They gave it to him with a blown coverage by McKissick down the sideline and a wheel route. Went about 50 yards. Then before they could blink, Washington scored a touchdown. That was the biggest turnaround in there for me, if you ask me. That was huge. But it is what it is, you know. So I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll throw the ball more down the field. Ace. I mean, he did throw it down to Darius Slayton. He was wide open. He dropped it. You know. So. Yeah, Isaiah, we can't lose to the Falcons. We can't lose to the Falcons. So, do you think Golladay was mad at himself for dropping passes? I think Golladay is just frustrated that they're losing. And I kind of like that, because I talked about how the Yankees don't care that they're losing. They don't give a damn. There's no passion there. At least there was some passion there, you know. So, I don't know, man. YouTube does a terrible job of getting rid of them. Yeah, Falcons offense is pretty good, Rizza. I mean, they got to do better. They got to do better. By the way, I like your name. The Rizza, the Jizza, Ghostface Killer, and ODB. I know you ain't got Method Man in there, but I know all about that name. The RZA, the Jizza, the Ghostface Killer, and Old Dirty Bastard. I love me some Wu-Tang. Favorite rap group of all time. You know. Am I likely done with the Yankees? Yeah, I've already said that, KP. I'm not doing Yankee content unless they make the playoffs. I'll stream the game, but I'm done with the Yankee content. Giants are playing right now, so it's Giants season. Do you think the lack of adjustments on D might be because they have personal? I don't know, Mark. I really don't know. I don't understand the defensive schemes. I can't say that. I mean, the thing is, of course they did, Aaron. YouTube unsubscribes people from me all the time. YouTube is very bad to its content creators. But Mark, I think the Giants went out and they got Adoree Jackson, and that should help. That should help the personnel. They got guys so they can play man coverage, and they're playing zone. I don't understand it at all. You know, Dan, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Brilly. Yanks need someone like Showalter as manager, someone to light a fire under these guys. No more soft Boone stuff. Everyone regressed under him. That's a fact. Glaber's regressed under him. Sanchez has regressed huge. Mind you, huge. Chapman's just done, in my opinion. Chapman's got a lot of mileage on his arm. I think Chapman's just done. Baltimore might end up winning this game. One thing I can see here is Baltimore's watching this game right now. That was a drop. Watching this game, watching what Baltimore's doing to Kansas City. The Giants are going to beat Kansas City. The Giants are going to have to run the ball, and they're going to have to use Daniel Jones' legs, because that's what Baltimore's doing right now, running the ball all over them. They're running all over Kansas City. It's the best way to beat that team. Sonny, my man, thank you. Almost lost my soda there. Thank you so much, brother. Brilly, I appreciate you. Giants playing too conservative, play aggressive with intent to win, rather than lose playing conservatively. Absolutely. I did a whole video on that. And what do when they get the interception by James Bradbury? 2 runs and a pass. Didn't try to win it at all. You know, didn't try to win. They tried to kick a field goal. They played for a field goal there. They didn't play for a touchdown. They played for a field goal. Steve, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really. There cannot be a more loyal fan base than the Giants. We're one of them. The Browns fan base is pretty loyal. The Jets fan base is pretty loyal. Those are 2 pretty loyal fan bases. The Eagles fan base is loyal. I don't like the Eagles, but I'll give them credit where it's due. They're loyal. They're loyal to, they're loyal to their team. Your range, I hope so, Dre. I hope so. If Galladay shows that type of frustration isn't considered a distraction, why was Odell considered one? Why get rid of Odell? Why bring someone as passionate? Because Odell Beckham did it more than once. Odell Beckham had off the field things. Odell Beckham did different things. Odell Beckham did that a lot more than once. The field goal net, the Josh Norman thing, the boat trip, the Instagram stuff, the picture with the chick and the cocaine. Like, he did a lot. If Galladay does this over and over and over again, then yeah, it'll be a distraction. Ooh, Lamar took a hit there. Yeah, Philly 500 always going to sing that. So, like I said, I don't even do it. I wasn't in Philly 500's chat at all today. I haven't been on Philly 500's videos. I haven't talked about Philly 500. I haven't talked about it, and yet still talking about me. Des tells you I live rent-free in all their heads. All of them. They all talk about me because I live rent-free. I'm talking about them unless they're doing something stupid, which is a lot, to be honest with you. But seriously, they always talk about me. Always. I'm talking about them in a live stream. All right, see you later. We're not funny. Have a good night. Lamar throws wide open, and Mark Andrews. Baltimore going to win this game. I do have the best jawline on YouTube. One of his female subscribers said that. Which free agent is the most incompetent in the Yankee? Which front office is the most incompetent? Got to go with the Jets, Theodore, because the Jets have not even been close. Not even close. I mean, the Mets are the last New York team to play in a championship series. The Mets have struggled, but the Giants, they've been bad the last few years, but again, they've been successful. The Yankees are 13 or 14 games over 500. It's a bad year. The Jets don't come close. I got to go with the Jets. They haven't been close. They've been bad, not for 10 years, for a long time. Steve, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Really, my man. He says, this buys a shot of scotch when we watch the Giants win the Super Bowl. Don't forget this. You will have to do it with me if it. Steve, they win the Super Bowl. We'd be drinking probably more than a shot. That would be a serious celebration, my friend. If we won a Super Bowl, I drink a glass of scotch when they win a game. It's crazy. I don't know when the last time the Jets had a win. It wasn't that long ago. Weren't they? Oh, they were 7-9 one year. They were not 9-7. I am watching Baltimore just chew up Kansas City on the ground. Now, granted, their offensive line is probably better than ours. But watching this game, you can run the Kansas City's left. I've watched Baltimore do that all night tonight. I think that can happen. Yeah, let's bring this up because this is another one of my favorite things too. This is another one of my favorite things. I said it after the Denver game, but those hype and hate videos are cursed. I love them, but we've been getting embarrassed the last two games. Number one, we didn't get embarrassed against Washington. We lost by a point because our nose tackle jumped off sides and a missed field goal. If you don't jump off sides, we win. So we definitely were not embarrassed on Thursday. Number two, if my words had that much power, I would rule the world, sir. If what I said changed events one way or the other, I would rule the world. I would rule the world. Unfortunately, my words don't have that much power. They don't. Me making a hype and hate video doesn't make us win or lose. We were 6-10 last year. Didn't make a hype and hate video. We were 3-13 in 2017. Didn't make a hype and hate video. 5-11. In 2018. Didn't make a hype and hate video the entire year. So I'm pretty sure that me making those videos is not the reason we're losing. So it is what it is. Donnie Kaba, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Really, really, my good man. Look at Lamar Jackson. He's going to run it right in here. He says, hey, Bad Dog, never been this mad as a New York Giants fan from the disgusting Patrick Graham defense formation zone to our team not using a first-round receiver at all to costly mistakes. Do you think we get above 500? I'm sick and tired of being under 500, Donnie. We have not been over 500 since the end of the 2016 season. It's getting ridiculous for the fifth straight year we started off 0-2. And everything you said right there is a fact. I mean, it's not just you. It's pissing everybody off. I don't understand what happened to this defense. I hate that zone. I've always hated the zone. I hated when Betcher did it. Don't understand why Kadarius Toney is not being used. I can't figure that out either. I don't get it at all. The costly mistakes are ridiculous. This is why, as a disciplinarian, I mentioned this in the Joe Judge video about, is he losing the team? And I saw this firsthand. Tom Coughlin, I used to go when the Giants are in Albany. Albany's about 20 miles south of me. When they were in, I would take 3 weeks of my vacation. I'd save it all for the summer, and I would go down and I'd be there all the time. And I saw Tom Coughlin tearing these guys up on a regular basis. He was killing them. He was screaming at them. And guess what? For all the discipline that he preached, they were very undisciplined. Extremely undisciplined. It's kind of the way Joe Judge is right now, right? It doesn't matter how much you scream and yell. If your team isn't disciplined, it's not changing things. The tough love is not making these guys execute on the field at all. So, I mean, I don't know what to think, but the too many mistakes at the worst times, Donnie. The worst times we're making these mistakes. Cortez, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Really, really. Kansas City's defense is their weakness. Well, they're all, yeah, definitely. If they have a weakness, it's defense. But like I said, I'm just watching Baltimore's run the ball for over 200 yards against these guys tonight, and Lamar Jackson's going to walk it in. He just got a flag. That was really stupid. That was really dumb of him to dive like that. I don't know why he did that. I'm pretty sure they threw a flag when he dove into the end zone because you can't do that. Or can you? Maybe I saw a flag. Maybe it was just a Kansas City sneaker. Maybe I didn't see a flag. Maybe I'm seeing things. Mike, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Really, really. You and Chris doing a Giants Super Bowl would blow the lid off the dump. Can you imagine? That'd be amazing. It's not a flag. I thought it was. I must have just saw one of the sneakers. They have like yellow shoes. I think that's what I saw. It wasn't a flag, Arian. It wasn't a flag. It must have been somebody has gold sneakers or gold whatever, shoes, whatever, gold cleats for Kansas City. I think that's what I saw. I think I saw his cleats. I didn't see a flag. I just saw the cleats. Well, Pat Mahomes is going to have – I'm not going to cover, which freaking sucks. Unless they score a touchdown. So I can't believe it's almost 10 years since Eddie. I know, it's crazy. It's been 10 years, Dan, because it was 2011. It was 2011. So I did watch the Rangers last year, Dre. I watched a lot of Ranger. I watched a lot of Ranger hockey last year. The Islanders are really good, Nate. The Islanders are probably the best team in New York right now. I think that they're probably the best team in New York. Out of all the New York teams, I think they're the best. They probably have the best chance to win it. They're good. They're good. Afghanistan, yeah, there's nothing aggressive about our defense or our offense. They're not aggressive whatsoever. All-time favorite Yankee player, Mariano Rivera. Gronk is a bad actor. Luckily for Gronk, Galen, he doesn't need to depend on acting. Well, how did we meet? Just met on YouTube. We met once in person, but just on YouTube. He reached out to me, said, "Do you want to collab Giant stuff?" I said, "Yeah." Rest is history. You know. Zuabe, we'll be there for the Eagles game, November 28th. We will be at the Giants game. The Bills are New York, yes. I still think the Islanders have the best chance. I still think they have the best chance. If Slayton continues to struggle, Sly Cooper, again, I don't think that they need to bench Darius Slayton, but what I would like to, or start Kadarius Toney, but I would like to see Kadarius Toney get more snaps. He doesn't have to start to get a ton of snaps. He needs more snaps, you know? So did I. Donnie Baseball was my guy growing up, Bill. That was my guy. I mean, anybody my age, you know, in their 40s or whatever that was growing up in the 80s, Mattingly was your guy. Steve, thanks so much. I appreciate you, brother. Brilly. Worst part is the guy who jumped off sides is so useful on defense. We can't even bench him. It brought me back flashbacks of the missed Bucks field goal in 2019. When he missed it at first, yes, that was the first thing I thought of, was when Tampa Bay missed that field goal at the end of the game. So the defense gave up all those yards. Janoris Jenkins, where I coined the phrase "shit fondue" for him. That was that game. You know. Thank you, Amazon DA. I appreciate that, my man. So Yankees ruined Gary Sanchez. I think Gary Sanchez ruined Gary Sanchez. Too lazy. Doesn't work. He's not a worker. He's not a hard worker. Ruined himself. You know. Matt, there'll be plenty of boom shakalakas in a couple of weeks, and the Laker dog comes back, man. We'll definitely have those. Definitely. Dexter Lawrence was. It doesn't matter, though. If he was or he wasn't, we can't change it, right? We got to move on. See what Pat Mahomes does here, man. Matthew Anthony, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate you, Brilly. Somehow I blame these past 10 years of New York Giants incompetence on the Giants Red Sox fans. I'm from Connecticut. Never understood the split city fandom cursed. Yeah, my man OGR, man. OGR Sports, he was a Red Sox Giants fan. It is weird how that works. It is weird. What I hate the Red Sox. But it is what it is. You know, I don't know. I blame the incompetence on terrible drafting, Matthew, and bad ownership, to be honest with you. They got to do better. You got to get better talent in here, you know. So here's Travis Kelce again, and dude just lumbers. You're from Connecticut. Yeah, they definitely exist. They exist. I agree, Dan. The Yankees were one game away from winning it all in 2017, and then they got booed. They could talk about the Yankees winning 100 games those 2 years, but it don't matter. They never got close to the World Series than they did with Girardi. They got rid of Girardi because he wasn't a yes man, because he was hard on the players. 2 minutes to go in this game. 2 minutes to go, man. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you're new, man. Like I said, if you didn't check out the Kadarius Toney video, check it out. I want to thank you guys for blowing the videos up, man. The videos have been doing really good. Like I said, man, the best way to support the channel is by watching those, hitting the thumbs up, and commenting, man. You guys have been doing a great job with that, man. I really, really appreciate that. That means the world to me, man. That helps a lot. That helps any content creator out. Because it's called interaction. So it helps out with the algorithm, and it gets more people to see your videos. So I really appreciate it. No, Boone sucks. You know, I'd rather see a Yankees title APM. They're my favorite team. They are my favorite team. I love the Giants. Don't get me wrong. I love the Giants at every fiber of my being. That's why I get so pissed off and sick to my stomach and everything else. But of all the teams that I root for, the Yankees are my favorite. They always have been. They always will be. It just goes back to my childhood, you know. I think about Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper had a very disappointing career. Showed flashes of being fantastic and then just really inconsistent. Never, I don't think Bryce Harper ever lived up to his hype. It would have been hard to live up to his hype, but he wasn't close to it. Oh, thank you, Mr. G-Man Hodge. I hope we bounce back, man. We got to bounce back. It's tough. You know, it's tough. It's a tough time to be a Giants fan. It's been a tough time to be a Giants fan. You know, but we got it. We got to get better. We got to get better. So we'll see. Dan, I was hoping a couple of years ago when we played the Astros, you know, in the ALCS after we beat the Twins, I was hoping I was going to get a chance. I wish I got a chance to. We're not going to get a chance to this year, you know. So we can see what Mahomes does here. Yeah, Charles. I mean, the Giants have to address this offensive line. The Giants just, man, every year they got a lot of holes, and every year they just never seem like they can fill them. They don't know how to draft. They don't know what the hell to do. It's tough, you know. So, Vlad winning MVP, or I think of it to Vlad. The Blue Jays look like they're going to make the postseason. But, I mean, Trout won MVP a ton of times, and the Angels aren't any good. We'll see. I will give it to Vlad myself. Look at Kelsey just bounce off tacklers. Orphanage built to the ground. What's going? What the hell is the EOC? I don't even know what that is. The EOC. Irish Rover, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Really. I really like Girardi. He reminded me of the Billy Martin era. Yeah, Girardi used to tick me off with the way he managed a bullpen, but his personality was really good. Oh, my God. They just fumbled. Baltimore just won the game. Well, Kansas City's got 3 timeouts, but they just fumbled. Baltimore came away with it. Kansas City was trying to get cute. They were trying to get cute. Again, I don't know. I mean, you got to play for a touchdown there. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're handing off. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, that ball was knocked out of there quick. Knocked out quick. Now it looks like I'm going to end up down $3 this week. So I was $2 ahead, and I only threw a $5 parlay on Kansas City in the over in this game. So it looks like I'm gonna lose that. I don't know. Kansas City was up big in this game too. Lamar Jackson's finally going to beat these guys once. That's something you don't see. That's something you don't see happen at Kansas City. I mean, again, we're talking about teams that know how to win games. Normally, they're going right down and scoring. They don't normally turn the ball over like that. And, I mean, the thing Kansas City's done well tonight, Baltimore's done well tonight is run the ball. So, 1 first down, this is over. Kansas City going to use all their timeouts here. But it is weird, Dre, that it's like that. It is weird. But it's surprising. Chief Offense coordinator looks like a mini Shaq. I didn't see him. I did not see him. Edwards-Helaire did mess it up. Yes, he did. The Elite Occupation Committee, it guarantees greatness consists of the amount of goats. I know the members. I just didn't know it was Elite Occupation Committee. Construction worker Saban. I did see Cold Stone play Connor McDavid. And, of course, you. Steve Watson, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Really. Where's Caden Smith and Tony? I don't know where Tony is. Caden Smith, you would think that they would utilize a little bit more than they have. I'm surprised that they haven't utilized the tight ends more with the Giants. I'm actually surprised because Garrett utilized Witten a lot in Dallas. So I'm not sure. I would take Julio over AB in their primes, AP. Smith is playing and Tony doesn't know the playbook. Well, I don't know how that happens. That's coaching. If you can't teach guys how to do that's terrible scouting then. This is like DeAndre Baker. You got to know better. It don't matter. I can already tell you these guys are on the hot seat. They're on the hot seat already. Yeah, they're not going to get through. They're not going to be there next year if they don't get it together. A nice tackle right there. 4th down. How come Kansas City run curls? They take it to the house and we do it. It's just an incompletion because we don't have Patrick Mahomes. And I have a hard time believing all the Giants run curl routes. We just accepted Zookeeper Tiger Woods today. The core members take a long time to get the most qualified. Very nice. The Giants just got a new stadium. It's funny because Judge interrogated Tony and Golly to make sure they had good character, yet they're both out crying after week 2. I don't know. You can say anything in an interview, man. You can say anything in an interview. When you have a job interview, they went for it and they made it. Oh my God. That's balls. I like it. That's how you win games. That's how you win games. They tried to win. They tried to win. That's how you win games. Be aggressive. So to hell with this. Want to win? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Judge would have punted. That's exactly how you do it. You play to win. Baltimore played to win. They didn't lay back on their heels. All right, it's a big move. It's a ballsy move because if they don't make it, they lose. Because Kansas City is pretty much in field goal range. Yeah, MetLife sucks. I'm not a fan of MetLife Stadium. Not a fan. Not a fan of that at all. Not a fan. Well, Zeitler was our best. I don't know, man. I guess to me, if I'm looking at it now, I would have rather kept Galvin Tomlinson and Zeitler and left Galladay off. They're not using them, and they drafted Kadarius Toney. Like, what the hell's going on? What's going on, Ordinary Pete? Thank you for hitting that like button, buddy. I have to take a leak real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. This happens. You have a couple cups of coffee before you freaking do a stream. Be right back, guys. Like, subscribe. I'll be right back. Sorry, I got to hit the head. It happens. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Yep. No, not pooping, peeing. Baltimore won. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Without a doubt, man. I'm just ready. It just sucks. The Thursday night games are great. Thursday night games are great because you don't have to wait long to play football. Like it's Sunday, it's 4 days, you're ready to go. But then once it's over, then you got to wait a long time. So it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. You know, always wash my hands, Samuel. Yes, always wash my hands. Exactly, Steven. That's how you do it. No prevent offense. That's the best tweet I ever had. I couldn't believe the way that thing took off when I said, can we not play prevent offense? I also mentioned it in my video when I said you got to be aggressive, stop playing prevent offense. They did play prevent offense after the Bradbury interception. And why don't we go for it ever on fourth down? We got to, with how bad the defense is, you need to learn to go for it. Got to be able to go for it. Got to be able to do it, man. American Historical Museum, Patriots, the Catholic Saints, Rainy Seahawks, and Steelers. I like that. I like those. I like those. Joe Judge does need to take notes. I hope he did. I hope that the Giants learn that they got to do something different, right? That's what I said, Aquarius. I watched that. The Giants should be able to run all over Kansas City. You know, I did. I made that up. I make up a lot of sayings, Steven. I make up a lot of catchphrases. That's why I said that on Twitter first. Because I said it in my video, and I'm like, I know someone's going to steal that because they do it all the time. So I said, let's put it on Twitter and say, let's not play prevent offense, because I coined that phrase a while back. A lot of people say I coined Danny Dimes. Of course, no credit. You know, it happens a lot. Used to it. You know. Call the Ravens comeback. Yeah, I did, because I could see that Kansas City couldn't stop them from running. Baltimore was able to run whenever they wanted to. You could see it happening. You know. No, I didn't coin Alabama Janice. She coined that. She said that she should name herself Alabama Janice because she loves the Alabama Slammers. She said that, not me. Who should the Yankees get rid of? Everybody. Everybody. You know. The primetime games have been pretty good, Nello. They have. They've been pretty good. You know. Scoop, there it is. Yeah, that was another one. There's a few of them. The Dynamite for THT. A few of them. How do the Yankees lose 11-1? They suck. You got outscored 22-4 by the damn Indians, who got no hit 3 times this year. It's ridiculous. Ravens have a coach who actually plays to win, unlike the Giants. Yeah. What's going on, Jared? Vodka Drinker says, tell Chris to relocate to Nashville. I need a roommate. I can help him out. I don't know what Chris is doing. I can't tell him what to do. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants. He makes his own decisions. 3rd and 2, no timeouts left, and the offense gets a first down. Game's over. Yep. Yeah. Patrick Graham soft zone. How do you have three defensive linemen on 3rd and 2 or 3rd and goal from a 2? What the hell was that defense? You know? Crazy. Janice is here. I didn't see her. Duke Falconer, the 2 drafts, offensive line, both. No, I'm not going to the Eli Manning retirement game. No, going to the game on November 28th. That's it. I don't get to go to many games. I have a job. I have a wife. I have a kid. It's rare that I'm able to go away. And I'll be honest, I go away for a night because I go there when we do this. I go Saturdays so I can spend the night there. I ain't got to drive. I can spend the night. I can have a good time, meet a lot of people and have a few drinks and wake up and just go to the stadium, which is right across the street. But I'll tell you, man, I miss the hell out of my kid when I'm at home. I always do. Well, I shouldn't say always do. I've been away one night. It was that night. I miss the hell out of my son. Little bad dog, man. That kid's my everything. That's That's me. I made another one of me. He's exactly like me. Have I been down the other stadiums outside of New York? The football, just the old RFK. That's it. I've never been to another opposing football stadium. Baseball, yeah, I've been to a few of them. Hot Nicks, what's up, buddy? Got the shirt on. Who's my favorite player this year so far? I mean, Kyler. Kyler's my guy. You know, Kyler's my guy. Fat American. Thank you. That thumbnail's got me. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate Brilly Heineke all day. You love that. Not really. I don't really love that. I love your thumbnail. That's pretty funny. I got me laughing. Steve, thank you so much, brother. Brilly. Saquon's 235. He needs a full fort. I know. I say it all the time. Try running forward. It'd be nice. Stop dancing. Kyler is special. Sonny, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Brilly. You're a good human and a good dad. I do my best. I appreciate that, Sonny. I do my best. That's all anybody can do. Right? That's all you're expected. Just do your best. That's it. Whatever you do, just do the best you can. Don't mean you're going to be great. All you can do is your best. If you do your best, you'll never be disappointed in yourself. You'll never have questions. Now, these people that come in here and they troll and that's all they have in their lives, they're so disappointed. I can tell you this as a guy that studies psychology. The people that do that are so disappointed with themselves. The only way that they can feel good about themselves is by doing that. They try to insult other people because it makes them feel better about their terrible situation. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change anything. And that's why they're in the situation they're in. Because instead, like I said, instead of focusing on yourself and making yourself better, you're too busy worried about other people. You're not going anywhere in life worried about other people. Never. You will not succeed worrying about other people. Will not happen. Fat American, thank you so much. Thumbnail's hilarious. Really, kid man, good game. Giants are underrated. Well, you're being kind. It was a good game. It was a really good game. I didn't like the outcome at Fat American, but it was a really good game. If you were an outside observer to that one, you enjoyed it. The Giants are not underrated, though. We stink. We stink right now. I'm hoping by the end of the year, people are saying we're underrated, but we stink right now. We're not good. Travis, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really. Your Eli Apple draft reaction is my favorite video. And think about it, Travis. That was the day after. Can you imagine how mad I was? If we were live streaming, if I was live streaming back in 2016, we took Eli Apple, that would have went viral too. That one would have went viral too. It is a long season, vodka drinker. That's a fact. Jets run a new quote. Now, I mean, Daniel Jones really had a bad game against the Patriots his rookie year too. Bill Belichick could do that to you. Bill Belichick can make a rookie quarterback look like he don't belong in a league. You know, same here, Hot Nichols. School of Hard Knocks, without a doubt. It's why I work so hard. You know, I work so hard because I want to be able to give my son things that I didn't have. You always want more for your kids than you had. You know what I mean? You always want to do everything you can for you always want your kids to have a better life than you did. I think that's part of being a parent. I think any parent's like that. I think any parent is going to be extremely selfless and just try to give your children everything that you didn't have. Like, try to give them the best, you know. Patrick, we were talking about it. It was a great call that they played to win the game. That's how you win football games, you know. DJ Honor, what's up? Keeping it firm. What's going on, man? Yeah, I mean, I try to stay in shape. That's what we do. 45 years young, baby. Let's go. Let's go, man. I try, Michael. I try, man. It's Herbert Ball. They didn't do him any favors, man. I tell you, Retail Tuesday, the Yankees are killing me. The Yankees are going to kill me. The Giants just aren't very talented. But, you know, the Giants are very talented. The Yankees are, you know. One delish. How can I be the man when you the man? Fat American, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Brilly. That looks like Jared Fogle before the Subway. He said, at least your defense is underrated. For some reason, you guys are always on your A game when you play us. I don't get it, man. Well, our defense was terrible against you guys. But I will say this, Fan American, for whatever reason, Daniel Jones plays very well against you. And we do match up well with you. But I did say this too. I don't know how long you've been a part of the channel, Fan America, how long you watch me, but I did say this year. I can't pick Washington to beat us until they actually do. But I also said this entire offseason that Washington is due to beat us. I mean, you can ask anybody. Eventually, they have to win. Like the Eagles, they've had our number. But eventually, that had to come to an end. Eventually, it had to come to an end where we were able to beat them. Same thing. You know, same thing. Washington had to beat us eventually. And every one of the games we played, they're always decided by a couple points. I swear to God. We just been on the winning end of a lot of them. We were not on Thursday night. Des Wetterbaum there. Yes, Des Wetterburn. Thank you so much for the $5. Boom. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, really. Like Herm Edwards says, hello, you play to win the game. Yeah. Will I do a Dave Gettleman video? I already did one. The Michael Lombardi. The Michael Lombardi rips Dave Gettleman and Joe Judge. I talked all about it. I did a Dave Gettleman video. Yeah, this is a good background. I like it. I'm not saying we can beat the Chiefs, Taco Man, but if we have a chance to beat the Chiefs, we have to use the running game a lot. You saw Kansas City could not stop anything with Baltimore running to the left. Now, their offensive line is better than ours. But Lamar Jackson's legs are huge tonight. If you had to choose to be a fan of a consistent play contending team, who would you choose? I don't quite understand the question. I choose Fat Americans pick as my background. It's pretty funny. Yanks pitching is trash. It's definitely faltered down the stretch, but our offense has been trash all year. You know. Here we go with this crap again. I'm going to be emailing YouTube and asking why this is happening on my channel and every other channel that I see. Really sick of it. Really sick of it. Ravens coach literally asked, so of course they're going to go for it. You know? Of course they're going to go for it. Any quarterback's going to say yes. Just like when a manager goes out to pitchers, can you get this guy out? And they say yes. You know? I don't know if he'll ever get to an elite level, Nader. I'm not sure. I guess they don't, you Elvis. I'm not sure if Daniel Jones can ever get to it. I don't think Daniel Jones can ever be elite. I don't think he'll ever be elite. I think that he can be very good. I've said this before, which is why he drives me insane. You see games like this against Washington, you see the talent, and you're like, why can't he put it all together? Why can't he be consistent? So I don't know if he'll ever be I don't think he has an elite skill set. I think he has a very good skill set. I compare him to Alex Smith a lot. But Alex Smith didn't turn the ball over. You know, Daniel Jones has to be better with that. He did not turn the ball over against Washington. He had one that could have been picked off, but he didn't. He's turned it over once all year. And obviously it was magnified because of when it was and how he did it. But hopefully He cleans that up. But the Giants got to find ways to win. I mean, if somebody would have told me we were scoring 29 points, if somebody went into the game and said to me, hey, Giants are going to score 29 points against Washington, I would have said we're going to win that game by 2 touchdowns. Never thought our defense would suck as bad as it sucked this year. Yanks fan, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Really. I went to the game Saturday. The only good part was the Mattingly bobblehead. It's the only reason to go. At least you got that out of it, Yanks fan. And I'm guessing either you were born in 84 or you were a Yankee fan in 84. I started watching the Yankees in 84. That was the year I became hooked on sports. What was that year? He's an athletic Matt Castle. His skill set's good. His skill set is good. Does anyone know what literally means? Yeah. Very few people know what it means, T, but I know what it means. Literally means it is. There's a difference between literally and figuratively. You know. Like when Gorilla Monsoon used to say they're literally hanging from the rafters, that's not what he meant. You know. A 16-year-old that streams tennis must have been dropped on his head as a baby, and the fact that Jared Williams ain't here is massively sus. I hear you. Chris Camby, stop. What game do I think the Giants get the first win? It's got to be Atlanta. It has to be. If we can't beat Atlanta, Chris, we're in trouble, man. You know? Yep, I agree, Sonny. I agree, man. I agree. What do I think about Dallas? I think Dallas is good. Angel, listen, when I did the NFC East stream on Louis T's channel, I predicted Dallas to win 10 games. I picked them to win 10 games. Not doing Lakers versus Nets, Chief Doss. The Giants always come before the Lakers on this channel, always. And that is a preseason game. Nobody's going to play. It's 3:30 on a Sunday. Not doing it. Now, after that, I'm doing every preseason game because they all play at 9:30 or 10 o'clock. And I do not see a conflict with the Giants and the Lakers pretty much all season. Even on the 31st of October, Halloween, the Lakers play. The Giants don't play that day. What do I think of UFOs? I don't believe them. I don't believe in them. If I had a message with the Bengals after they lost 2017 to the Bears, what would the message be? I'll be like, you screwed up our draft pick, Dashy. You screwed up our draft pick. Screwed it up. Should have won. Burrow just threw too many interceptions tonight. And in bad spots. He threw interceptions deep in his own territory. I see the Ravens versus Chiefs, yes. I watch Ravens versus Chiefs. You're talking about how Harbaugh decided to go for it on 4th down and win the game, instead of punting it away and giving Mahomes a chance to win the game. They said, we're going to take advantage of this. We've been running the ball all night. We want to win the game right here. We're going to try to win the game. We're not going to punt it away and hope for the best. That's how you win, especially against a team like Kansas City. You don't give Pat Mahomes a chance to win that game. You say to hell with it. If we miss it, if we punt it, we're going to lose anyway. So I don't know if we're going to do anything different, Carlos. I hope so. Benjamin loves it, David. Benjamin loves to stir it up. Benjamin cracks me up. I need Benjamin's levity with the way the season's been going. I always need Benjamin to make me laugh. Laker Dog will be back here very soon. You know. Arian, I've already said I think the Cowboys look the best through the first 2 weeks. Giants given 2.5, they will cover. They better win, Mikey. They better win. You know. Oh, I think people mentioned how bad Bradbury got beat. Every Giants fan that I saw talked about how Bradbury got beat. Everyone. Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't like the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys. But if I'm looking at the division, they've looked the best the first 2 weeks. It ain't saying much. This division still don't look good. But yeah, Eagle fans were taught, night and day, right? How great Jalen Hurts looked against a trash Atlanta defense, and then how he looked today. You know, my heart after Thursday night, that's fine. I passed that, David. It's over, man. It's over. You know, I've moved on now. Sunday night, football week's over. Gotta try to beat Atlanta. You know. You know. Zuhaib, thanks so much, man. I appreciate you. Really. Leo's been garbage. You think the contract has something to do with it? By the way, you guys know which section you'll be in. We don't have tickets yet, Zuhaib. What I do know is the night before, we usually meet up at Red's, which is like pretty much right across the street from MetLife Stadium. Red's, I think it's Red's Tavern. It's pretty cool. It's got a lot of beer. It's got good bar food, that type of thing. Don't know. Chris is working on all that stuff. Chris also has like a tailgating company that he's working with that's going to set us up with tables. And I think we have to bring the beer. They might have food. I'm not sure. I think we just have to bring the alcohol. They got TVs. They got a bunch of stuff. So we'll be hanging out before the game, but I'm not sure which section we're going to be in. Won't know. I usually go live. Well, last year I did this. I'll be live in the hotel when I get there. We'll hang out. We'll talk. And then, usually the day of the game, I'll be live in the parking lot probably. And then anybody in there, I can tell you what section we're in for the tailgating stuff. My man DWG be there. Ready Red, what's going on, man? Informal Deviant, what's up? Yeah, that's exactly it. That's the right PSA. Leonard Williams, though, yeah. I don't know, Zuabe, it's tough. I wanted the Giants to sign Leonard. I thought they needed him. I thought Leonard had a great year. I thought maybe he turned the corner, but at the same time, I said I get worried about a guy like that who pretty much says he's playing for a contract. Now he got it, and now you don't see him. Yeah, I'm Nader, yes. I don't know if I got their chicken parm. I forgot. And I do know that the Practical Jokers, I don't watch Practical Jokers anymore, but when I did watch them, the Scoopski Potatoes was at Reds. I forgot what I got when I was there. Both times. I've been there, well, not both times. I've been there a few times. I don't remember what I got. I just remember me and my wife, my buddy, and one of my wife's coworkers, we all went to a preseason game with the Colts years ago. We got on the field, and I remember my buddy and I just bought these like 22-ounce beers and getting ready to go on a shuttle. And the guy said, you can't bring those on the shuttle. So me and my buddy chugged them, and I remember I had to be the owner. The guy had a red face. You look like he said, that's what I'm talking about, boys. Chug those beers. So I don't know. Zach Wilson has not shown ability to process this level yet. I mean, he's a rookie. They all struggle, James. It's rare that a rookie comes out and balls out unless they're on a good team or they're super special like Kyler Murray. Even Kyler didn't have a great rookie season. He had a good rookie season, but not a great one. They all struggle. Daniel Jones, actually, it's funny. He had his ups and downs rookie year. He had some good games. He had some bad games. Zach Wilson's going to have some good games, but he's going to have some days like today. Mama said there'd be days like this. There'd be days like this, my mama said. Unfortunately, that's every single day for the New York Giants these days. I hope so, pocket quarterback Lamar Jackson. I hope we win the next game, man. Ethan, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, really. Spend this wisely. Is Aziz going to be Defensive Rookie of the Year? I can't say Aziz is going to be Defensive Rookie of the Year yet. What I will say is I think Aziz has been pretty good. Hasn't been great, but I think that he's been pretty good. I think he's had some plays where he's looked good, and then he had the play where he sat there and watched Terry McLaurin catch the ball, and he turned the other way. I don't know what that was. He also had the penalty for the hit to the head against Bridgewater. They can't do that. Zig, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Really. Bears have a bad schedule. Say hello to second or third pick. I was hoping that Cincinnati came back and won that game today. It sucked that Fields covered the fumble. When Fields fumbled that ball, I thought Cincinnati had a chance to get it. That could have definitely helped them. So, I don't know. Giants in the last 4 years are 2-2 in week 3 when starting 0-2. Is that real? Well, I don't know if we'll be 2-2 this year. I don't think we were 2-2 last year, were we? We weren't 2-2 last year. We weren't 2-2 in 2018 either. We were 1-7 in 2018. We were 1-6 last year. They were 2-2 in 2019. Yeah. No, definitely not, Nelson. Definitely not. 2019 was it. 2018, we were not 2. Well, no, we were 2-2 after that. But 2017, no. No, 2018, we were not 2-2. We were 1-7. We were 1-7. We were 2-2 2019. We're not 2-2 last year. So, no. Once. They were 2-2 once. That was 2019. That was it. 17, no. They were not. They started off 0-5, and then they beat Denver. 2018, they started off 1-7 because Chris and I started our show that year, and I remember we were 1-7 when we started it, and then we won a couple games in a row and said, hey, maybe we're good luck. So, no. They've been 2-2 once. He's saying in week 3 games when we start 0-2, we're 2-2. Oh, okay. I totally got confused with that. I don't care about that. That's you know, it is what it is. That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot. I hope the Falcons don't beat us, Kyle. Our defense is going to have to play better. We're not just going to walk all over the Falcons. There are no gimmies for the New York Giants. It's not like we're going to come out and beat their ass 38-10. That's not happening. If we're going to win, it's probably going to be like 31-27, something like that. David, thank you for the super chat. Really, really appreciate you. I think we can both use a drink. Hey, yeah, probably. At least your Braves going to make the playoffs. Yankees ain't making the playoffs. No. Nader, have a good night, buddy. Appreciate you hanging out, my man. We have the number 1 and number 2 pick. Well, we're not trading one of them. If we have the number 1 and the number 2 pick, we're taking a quarterback. When's the last time the Giants had a blowout win? I have no idea. I hope you're right, Informal Deviant. It'd be great to win the next 3 because one of them includes the Cowboys. You know. Sean, I completely agree. Daniel Jones is definitely better when he's moving. Stop forcing the kid to be a pocket passer. He can pass in the pocket, but God, let him use a weapon. Let him use his mobility. That's important. Like it's effective. Let him use it. He had 95 yards rushing against Washington. There you go, 40-16. That was at the end of the season, too. If Gettleman gets fired, I don't know, Brandon. I don't know if the whole coaching staff is fired, but if they fire Gettleman, I think that they should fire the entire coaching staff. You cannot continually fire the GM, keep the coach, fire the coach, keep the GM. You got to clean house. If Joe Judge is a casualty of it, oh well. Now, yeah, you don't want Daniel Jones having 3 head coaches in his first 4 years in the league. But you can't hold on to these guys. The GM is the one that has a lot to do with hiring these coaches. You know. What is your opinion on Max Streaming Kenneth and more than likely jobless and lives with his mommy relying on well, he's young. He's only 16. I mean, he's going to live with his mother. He's 16. But I don't know about she might have to brush his teeth and comb his. I don't know if she does that. She's got to. At 16, I'm not going to say you have to rely on your parents at 16. When you're out of high school, you should be figuring out how to survive. I did. You know. Stop hiring for Patriot staff. We don't normally do that. I agree, Taco Man. Season states that a ban from EOC because of their poverty. Philadelphia. I can't even say it. Colorado, Montana, Wisconsin, Texas, Arizona, Michigan. Any others I'm missing? I don't know. Yeah, I agree, Frankie. I agree. I said it earlier. The 2-play 75-yard touchdown drive, that can't happen. Giants can't allow that to happen. You go up 26-20, you can't just give the touchdown back immediately without them even breaking a sweat. Winning against the Falcons shows you that I'm not consistent. Yes, but you got to win that game. You got to win it. Doesn't matter if it shows us nothing. We need to win. You can't be consistent if you don't win. We got to win that game. We got to win that game. Cannot start off 0-3. Got to be. The Falcons are beatable. We have to be. These other two teams are beatable. We didn't win. But you got to figure out a way. Exactly. R. Fernandez. Yes. Arizona did not jump off sides. Minnesota missed that field goal. Do I think the Giants take Spencer Rattler if he's on the board? It depends on where we're drafting. It depends on what Daniel Jones does. And I think it depends on the head coach. Spencer Rattler he's got work to do. He's not a finished product. He has a better skill set than Daniel Jones. He's not as mobile, but he's got better arm talent. He's a better quarterback. But he's got work to do. He's not finished. I don't think any of these quarterbacks coming out are going to be fantastic. So quarterback from Liberty, I don't watch Liberty football, so I couldn't tell you what they could do. Malik Willis, I don't know. There's always someone that pops up at the end of the year. Always. Who's 48 on our team? Tate Crowder. Tate Crowder's number 48. The Raiders, the Raiders are my sleeper. Lincoln Riley, I think Lincoln Riley he definitely is a potential head coach for the NFL. I think he should come in as an offensive coordinator. I think that Lincoln Riley does not know how to go for the jugular. I've watched Oklahoma piss away leads the last couple of years because he doesn't have Kyler Murray there. Kyler Murray is a different breed. Baker Mayfield was a different breed. Spencer Rattler is not Baker Mayfield or Kyler Murray. And you can't – he took his foot off against Tulane, and they almost lost. Can't do that. And it's like they went it against Nebraska figuring they were going to blow Nebraska out of the water, and that didn't happen either. I don't think Lincoln Riley should come in as a head coach. I think Lincoln Riley should be an offensive coordinator first or a quarterbacks coach. He's very good with quarterbacks. I never would have thought in a million years that the Oklahoma defense would be better than the offense at this point, but it has been. And also, Sam Howell has struggled. Now, they must have had a good game against Virginia. I forgot what the score was. They were down 31-24. They were down 31-24 at one point. And next thing I knew, they were up 52-31. I didn't see how Sam Howell did, but I imagine Howell had a big game against Virginia last night. So Benjamin, I can't believe the Seahawks blew that game. Couldn't believe it. Georgia's better than Georgia is the best team in the country. Georgia, in my opinion, Georgia's the best team in the country, without a doubt. Cruise on, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, Brilly. Look at all these young quarterbacks play today. I'll stick with DJ. We need to focus on the trenches in the draft. Great pass rusher class next year. Yeah, we got to see some consistency from Daniel Jones. We know the talent's there. You see it, but it needs to be more consistent. But I agree, Cruise on. You win in the freaking trenches. This is where we're losing every week. We got to get a pass rusher. That has to happen. It has to. They don't have one, man. They need it. That's how you get off the field on third down. You get a guy that can rush the passer and get to the quarterback. That's how you get it. That's how you get it. Okay, 14 for 21, 307.5. Yeah. I figured he had a big game. I didn't see it. What was I watching? Penn State. I was watching the Penn State Auburn. I went to bed early last night. I went to bed at like 10 o'clock, so I didn't see a lot of what happened after that. I planned on watching the BYU game. I was just exhausted. I laid down. I'm like, I'm going to bed. So Aziz has shown potential, you know. Aziz has shown potential. So, I don't know. Liberty beat 2 ACC teams. Who the hell they beat? They didn't beat Clemson. I don't even remember who's in the ACC. North Carolina's in the ACC. Clemson. Is Coastal Carolina an ACC team? Coastal Carolina's pretty good, but I don't know what conference they're in. Construction worker Saban, thanks so much. Appreciate you, really. He says false. I'm the best, and you know that better. Oh, you're the best coach ever in college. But Georgia's the best team in college football right now, in my opinion. That don't mean anything. They still got to beat you, Nick, which they haven't done. They can't beat Alabama. Georgia always struggles against Alabama. But I think Georgia's better right now. They're in the Sun Belt Conference, okay. I wasn't sure where they were. I don't really pay much to Florida State's in the ACC. That's a team in the ACC. I don't pay much attention to the ACC. They got two good teams. Clemson, who I pay attention to, and North Carolina. Duke's also in the ACC. That doesn't mean much of anything. Giants are going to go. Our Fernandez, one can only hope we get on a roll, man. That's all we can hope. Zig, my man, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Really, really. If we need a quarterback next year, which quarterback you picking? Like I said, it depends on who's available. And it's been early in the season. I mean, going into the season, obviously it was Sam Howell and Spencer Rattler. Those guys are the guys that were favored to be Heisman Trophy candidates, or Heisman Trophy winners, rather. But you don't know. Oh, Miami's in the ACC. Yeah, Miami might as well not even be in the ACC, the dumpster fire that team is. They always change conferences, too. Like, everything gets moved around. I'm doing a DJ video tomorrow, so I'll talk about what I think about Daniel Jones tomorrow. Ravens game was crazy. You know, Pitt's in the ACC. Yeah, Pitt was always, I don't even remember Pitt being in the ACC. They just move things around all the time. That's possible. I wouldn't do it either, James. I think Daniel Jones will be here next year. I do. I think he'll be here next year. I think the Giants got to address both lines. They have to. I just don't understand. I agree with that, Cruzon. I agree with that. I just don't understand Dave Gettleman talking about how he's going to come in here and fix the offensive line, and he's had very high draft picks every year, and he's done nothing about the offensive line. He took one guy in Andrew Thomas in the first round, and he's had 6 first-round picks. He took Barkley. He took Jones. He took Dexter Lawrence. He took DeAndre Baker. Then he traded away from Rashawn Slater, took Kadarius Toney. I don't get what Gettleman's doing. I don't understand how you can sit here and say, "Oh, I'm going to fix the O-line," and you don't take any of the freaking tackles. You don't take any guard. You don't take a lineman in the first round. How's it possible? Construction worker Saban, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really, really. He says UGA elite defense. I beat him by 3 scores. I hope that's the SEC championship. That'd be a really good game. Should be. Bama and UGA. Same here. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I see guys saying Giants didn't need Toney. Why didn't we draft Slater? I don't understand it. I mean, you guys know me. I'm a defensive guy. I wanted Slater. Like, I was all about getting Slater in here. Easy Lopez, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really, senior year of high school. Been tough to watch the Giants. Yeah, unfortunately, for guys like you who are 17 or 18 years old, you don't even remember the Giants ever being good. Because at 7, you really probably don't even understand what's going on the last time they won a Super Bowl. And you've dealt with them being trash for most of your life. I missed all that. I started watching the Giants at a good time. I was 8 years old at a good time for the New York Giants, 1984, when they were in the playoffs almost every year and winning Super Bowls. I forgot what it was like. It's been so long since the Giants have been any good, and I'm not even counting 2016 because they really weren't good that year. They played an incredibly soft schedule, and they barely won these games because of their defense. So I don't even remember what it's like for the Giants to be a dominant team. They haven't been dominant since 2011, and I don't even know if they were dominant that year. They were dominant when they got in the playoffs. Construction worker Saban, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really. UGA has done nothing rep-wise since 1642. I agree Chris can't be stopped. They were perplexing. And at first I liked it because I'm like, he's thinking outside the box. It didn't work. I did call it, man. I said he was going to trade Odell Beckham the day that he traded Olivier Vernon, and I did a video and I said, don't be surprised if Odell's next. And 2 days later, Odell was gone. Knew it. You know, I knew it. No, Dash, I didn't. I don't do a video like every time the Giants make a move and pick up a guy from a scrap heap. Like to me, then picking up an offensive lineman on a scrap heap or the BJ Hill for Billy Price, it wasn't worth it to me. BJ Hill had no place in this team. People are like, did you see BJ Hill 2 sacks? That's great. He wasn't going to play here. And Billy Price was trash. He was terrible after Nick Gates got hurt. So if the Giants make a serious move, then I'll talk about it. But like Billy Price, Bredesen, all that stuff, I'm not going to come on and do a video like, hey, look at this. Now they traded Saquon Barkley, I'd do a video about it. Bill, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really. We are here waiting for the freaking Knicks. New York sports sucks. How the biggest market of such loser teams like... Yes, it's a great question, Bill, because New York sports has been shit for a decade. The Islanders are good. The Bills are good. The Knicks overachieved last year. We'll see if the Knicks are... I mean, Brooklyn... I don't really consider the Brooklyn Nets New York. They were in New Jersey forever. Now, they were the New York Nets years ago when they were in the ABA. But I still don't consider them New York. But if you want to consider them, Brooklyn's good. The Knicks are, I love that the Knicks are getting better. The Islanders are good. The Rangers could be good. The Yankees have been disgusting. The Giants and Jets are freaking, forget about it. The Bills are good. But none of them can make the championship. Cortez, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Really. Did you ever know about Jerry Jones' NFC Championship tickets back in 07 when he had? Yes. I do. Because I remember Tom Coughlin at the end saying that Jerry just sent the tickets over, so we're all set. Yeah. They heard that he put NFC Championship tickets on all the Cowboys' seats for the game. You know. At least the Giants are not the Jets. That's true, but that's a little consolation. Trade Barkley. Listen, I did a video last year saying the Giants should listen to trade offers from Barkley. People killed me. You're not a fan. How can you say that? Saquon Barkley's God. I get it all the time. I did the same video in 2017. That's not on my channel anymore, but March 2018, you're damn right. And I make reference to the one in 2017 when I come out and say the Giants should trade Odell Beckham. You're crazy. You don't trade a once-in-a-generational player. What are you doing? How can you trade? You're not a fan. Guess what they did? They freaking traded Odell Beckham. And guess what? They won the trade. Beckham has done nothing for Cleveland. Nothing. When the hell is Beckham even going to play? Beckham's still not back. If you're bad, And you can get assets. One player on a 53-man roster ain't winning you anything. Basketball is a different story. But Saquon Barkley could be great, and the Giants could still be terrible. Just like Odell Beckham is great, and we were still terrible. Because Odell Beckham doesn't play defense. Odell Beckham doesn't throw the ball. Odell did throw the ball. He threw 2 touchdowns. Odell Beckham doesn't block. Saquon Barkley doesn't block. Saquon Barkley doesn't throw. Saquon Barkley doesn't play defense. Construction worker Saban, thank you so much, my man. I appreciate you. Really. Giants draft UGA players. Giants struggle. That's a fact. Every year we've taken one. Every year Gettleman's taken a Bulldog, right? Every year he's taken one. Maybe not every year. He's taken DeAndre Baker. He took Andrew Thomas. He took Azeez Ojulari. He took another one that I'm forgetting. That's why I keep saying Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean will be a Giant next year. Nakobe Dean. Ingram is the last reminder that Reese existed. Well, that Sterling Shepard was Jerry Reese's. That was Jerry Reese's. Dominic, thank you for dropping links to my Twitter and my Instagram. You can follow me there on Twitter and Instagram. There's the links right there. Exactly, James. That's what they do. Eagles or Cowboys on Monday Night Football. Gotta go Cowboys. Gotta go Cowboys. I think it'll be close, but I'll say Cowboys win 30-27. No. Yeah, that's what I said. Zach, I put that on Twitter. I said, welcome to the NFL, Zach Wilson. Welcome to a Bill Belichick defense. You get to face that twice a year. I'm hoping Ingram's back this week. Listen, Eric Bieniemy, definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. The Falcons won't be a cakewalk, July. There's no cakewalks for our Giants. Our defense can't stop a nosebleed. And did you see what Noah Fant did? Did you see what the tight ends do to us? Do you think Kyle Pitts isn't licking his chops? Who the hell is guarding Kyle Pitts? Kyle Pitts had a good day today, by the way. Who the hell is guarding Kyle Pitts? Who the hell is guarding Calvin Ridley? I don't care how old Matt Ryan is. If you can't get to Matt Ryan, he's going to chew us the hell up. We may win. Won't be a cakewalk. Won't be a cakewalk. We needed Ingram Thursday. What we needed was for Dexter Lawrence to stay on side and our defense to show up. Giants gonna have a tough game against Atlanta. It's not going to be easy at all. Not at all. It'll definitely be a tough one, for sure. You know. What's the conversation at the 0-3? Same conversation we're having at 0-2. It'll just be like, who's getting fired? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? Why are we not playing Kadarius Toney? Why is Galladay not getting the ball? Yeah, Darius should have caught the ball. We're talking about some mistakes. Why didn't we do this? Why is this happening? Joe Judge, blah, blah, blah. Azeez has been okay. Yeah, I can't stand the soft zone. I hate it. Yeah, Cordero Patterson, too. He had a big game today, too. Can his team finish? Doesn't look like they can. I didn't remove the video about trading Saquon Barkley. That video is still up there. The Beckham video from 2017 I got rid of. But I still have a Beckham video. You can search my thing. It says Odell Beckham, trade him. That was March 2018. You can see how fat my face is because I was fatter. I was I wasn't completely overweight, but I was way fatter than I am. That wasn't the shape I am now. I didn't have the chiseled jawline that I have now. I say chiseled jaw. Best jawline on YouTube, as I've been told. That's right, Kenny. That's a fact. That's a fact. Cortez, man, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you. Really, really. Ravens are willing to give up 4 picks for Barkley. I'd do it. I did see that the Ravens were interested in Saquon. I did see it. I did see that. Didn't look like they needed him tonight, though. They didn't need him tonight. They didn't need it. I know. Oh, shit. Dang, Bengals came. Yeah, they did, but they couldn't get it. Sonny, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Really, my man. He says DG cares more about his job than a team. That's probably a fact. Yep, that's still there. Yeah, that Trade Barkley video is still on my page. I just pretty much dumped everything from 2017 and back because that's not my channel anymore. Like I talk trash, but like I'm not a TTC guy anymore. My whole channel is not devoted to trash talking. I just got rid of it. I always remember where I came from. I always still check out my TTC guys. Not that there's many left, but I still watch those guys. But I got rid of that stuff because that's not what my channel is anymore. So I got rid of all that stuff. That's, like I said, everything from 2017 back. I believe the trade Odell Beckham video is the first one, the earliest one on my channel. Would Devontae Smith have helped the team? Of course. Zig, thank you for I'm getting ready to end. That's why. Thank you for the super chat, Brilly. He says, stop doing Brillies with an empty jug. Well, mug, I think you mean. But yeah, I'm not going to open another soda because I don't want to have to pee 1,000 times during the night. I pee 1,000 times anyway, but I want to. That's why I didn't fill it up because I got like 5 more minutes. And we're gonna end it. Why get rid of Wayne Gallman? Because we couldn't have it. I mean, we couldn't. They got Devontae Booker instead. I guess they could have kept Wayne Gallman. I don't know. I'm not sure. Arsini, thanks so much. I appreciate you. Brilly says, Bad Dog, you are my QB. I appreciate that. I can't be a QB, though. I'm old, man. My arm would fall off. Low and outdoors. How can I be the man when you're the man? Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate that, my good man. You nervous if we continue to lose? Get them and make us. No. I don't think Gettleman will make a trade. You know, Giants winning the NFC East? Probably not. Yeah, they should use Kadarius Toney. I don't know what they're waiting for. I think that's India. I don't know. I don't know all the currencies. I think that's India, though. Whatever it is, I appreciate it very much. Yankees are done, Kenny. They're done. They're definitely done. What's going on, Zen? How you doing, man? Cruise on. I said it a year ago, man. I would have no problem if the offer was right. No problem. Well, it's Russia. Okay. But I would like to see Tony get more involved. I'd like to see him get the ball somehow, some way. Somehow, some way. How do I rank the NFC East right now? Cowboys, Washington, Philadelphia, Giants. That's where I'd rank them right now. Cowboys, Washington, Philly, New York. You can see Philadelphia's offense can't really do much against a good defense. They got that cheap ass touchdown at the end of the game. San Francisco gave that up. That stupid prevent defense, which I can't stand. But you know, yeah, I know you didn't like it, Cruz. I know you didn't like that pick. I mean, hell, I even talk about I think in that video that I'm talking about trading Odell Beckham, I talk about not even taking Saquon Barkley and taking Quentin Nelson and getting Sony Michel was the guy that I thought was pretty good in the second round. Dallas did win today, Kenny. Yes, they won on the last second field goal. Well, yeah, we'll see what John Ross does when he returns, but he's been injured, so. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Phoenix. There's too many mistakes. We're not good enough to overcome mistakes. That as many mistakes as we make. You know. How would I attack Atlanta? The way that they attacked Washington. I would get Daniel Jones on the run. I would let Daniel Jones use his legs. I would use more RPO for sure. I'd try to get Saquon Barkley involved early. You know, some screen passes, get him out in the flat, get him out in space. I would try to get Kenny Golladay involved early. That's why I would attack it. I would attack Atlanta by pre-snap motion, getting Daniel Jones out on the edges and having him throw the ball on the run. You know, that's what I would do. They have to do what they did against Washington, but I would like to see him get more people involved. Stop chucking the ball to Slayton and Shep. I know they're your guys, but there's other guys in the team. No, Atlanta's defense is not good. The Giants should be able to score against Atlanta, but Atlanta's going to score against us. Pre-snap motion is very important. You got to get pre-snap motion going, man. It confuses the defense. Giants need to do more of that for sure. But getting Daniel Jones out on the run, it helps Daniel Jones. I feel like he's a better quarterback when he's improvising instead of thinking. He thinks too much. So, you know, we'll get them Cowboys for y'all Monday night. I don't think so. I think Dallas will win that game. I think Dallas will beat Philadelphia. Biggest liability on defense to me is Leonard Williams. He's getting paid all that money. He ain't doing anything. It's been terrible. Massive liability. All that money, dude's trash. Yeah, that because Hurts isn't a good passer, JP. The hate and hype video, I did get that from Uncle Lou. I did. I mentioned that a number of times that Uncle Lou does the hype and hate videos. I did get that idea from him. I did. Totally gave Uncle Lou credit for that. Yeah, Bones. That's exactly it. He thinks too much. Instead of just doing it, he's thinking. He's thinking, oh God, what if this happens? What if that happens? Just throw the ball. Just play football. When he gets down to the edge and it's just instinctually plays a lot better. Yeah, I don't think our front, that's a problem, Malcolm. I don't think our front can create more pressure. Everything's a scheme. And this is the thing. Every scheme, every defensive scheme is figured out. People have figured out Patrick Graham's defensive scheme, and they are attacking its weaknesses. Just remember, the most dominant defensive scheme I've seen in my lifetime is that 46 defense. And in 2 years, that thing was gone because teams adjust and learn how to attack it. When that happens, it's all over. It's up to the defensive coordinator to change his scheme and keep offenses guessing. Patrick Graham's scheme ain't working. Teams know how to attack that soft shell zone. And it's not good because we don't have a pass rush. 3rd down and 17, you play soft zone. 3rd down and goal from the 9, you play soft zone. 3rd and 2, you should be playing press man coverage. Can't just allow a guy to go out 3 yards, turn around and be wide open. The guy to go out in the flat and be wide open. Can't allow that. Can't allow the guy just to walk across the line of scrimmage, turn around, and be wide open. You know? I never root for tanking, Oliver. I never root for my team to lose. Ever. Even that game against Washington, we could have Chase Young. I wasn't rooting for us to lose. If we would have lost, I wouldn't have been upset, but I'm not rooting for us to lose. I can't. I don't have that in me. I'm not rooting against my team. You know? So we'll see. Bones, I think I just told you what happened to our defense. Teams have figured it out. Teams have figured out Patrick Graham's scheme because the Giants don't have impact players. They have an impact scheme. They have good players that ran that scheme really well. But now you're seeing teams figure that out. And now Patrick Graham's got to adjust. Also, Albert, they got a chance. Would be nice to have Chase Young. I agree. Hindsight being 2020, I wish we'd have lost. But I can't root against him. SN Ross, you might get it. You might get a fresh start from everybody. You may get that. But listen, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It is 12:25. I do have to get up for work in the morning, as always, which sucks. I wish I didn't have to do that. But as always, I appreciate the hell out of you guys and girls hanging out with me, man. It's always good to talk over the Giants stuff because obviously they suck. And it's just nice to talk about stuff, get it off our chest, try to figure out what the hell is going on, and hopefully this thing turns around and we can start winning and we can start talking about good things with the New York Giants and not ranting all the damn time. That would be freaking nice. So I'm going to get out of here, get some damn sleep. And like I said, if you haven't checked out my Kadarius Toney video, go give it a look. And just know I will have a video up tomorrow at probably around 11 a.m., somewhere in there. But I plan on talking about Daniel Jones. So I have that video up, and hopefully you guys will check that out. Thank you for hanging out with me. Appreciate it. You're the best supporters and subscribers on YouTube. I say that all the time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your Monday. Bad diggity do.